Job, bro. Your number is higher than the other guy. You so smart. You so hardworking. Look, big number. Your monkey brain goes, yeah, boy, I'm a success. Look at me, I'm at the top of the numbers. Yes. 3 years ago, on paper, I had it all, or at least what appeared to be all of it. I had a high-paying corporate job. I used my fancy degree that I spent most of my life studying to get said corporate job, even though I didn't use anything in the degree in the actual job. Big brain move there, right, guys? Spend a ton of money to study something that you don't use to figure out how to make money without your piece of paper. That's a pro-level tip. On paper, my life was exactly where it should be, headed towards what we deem as success, the trajectory of what society deems is success for the average person. Go to university, get a degree, get a high-paying job, get a mortgage, settle down, have a bunch of kids, and then your entire life is sorted. Boom, retire at 65 with almost no money. Sounds amazing, right? And I bought into this mentality. I bought into the lie that you have to go this route. You have to go get the piece of paper, work hard, and then one day when you're old and senile and your dick doesn't work anymore, then you can finally enjoy your life. Amazing, right? Well, not so. You see, my high-paying corporate job did pay a lot, but I was in sales, and if any of you worked in sales, sales sucks. It's a 0 out of 10 job. Sure, it teaches you people skills, but every day when I'd return from work, I'd be filled with this feeling of, what am I actually doing with my life? I'm trading all my time to make someone else rich by selling their product, by selling their ideas to random customers across the world. What was the point in this? I'm literally trading my life to earn 5% commission of my time in the stuff I sell that's not my own. And yeah, I never really reflected on it when I was working, because they bamboozle you. They give you the fancy corporate dinners, the tasty gelato ice creams. They give you all the good shit. So you put into the state of mind that just consumes everything they tell you, and eventually you start obsessing. I decided to not be a doctor so that I could have a lifestyle. Okay? Now imagine this. I was working till 8 o'clock. What was the point? I left medicine to have a lifestyle, to have time, to be in control of my time. Yet, because of some numbers on a board, I wanted to be number one. I was at the top of the chart, and I liked that feeling. So I would be there till 8. I would make the most calls. I would send the most messages. I would try and reach the most potential customers as possible. And obsession started to form. Imagine leaving your degrees career to just end up back where you started, ultimately working till it's dark. Just now you're just working for a soulless corporate kind of entity.
Not with a lot of enjoyment, but that's okay.
Even worse, at least as a doctor, you're technically doing some good, bro. You're saving some lives and shit. Maybe get some good karma. Hashtag it's Cosmic Buddha. Hit that subscribe button. But getting back, I was in the Matrix, dude. And not the Matrix that Andrew Tate talks of. I don't think everything's stacked against you, but I do think there is a matrix. I do think there is a force that orchestrates our lives. Okay? So I was at this point. I had it all. Everything was where it should be, right? And then I said, fuck it. I just left it all. I left it all behind. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why I left it all behind and what changed my entire life and everything. From being a successful corporate mind slave to now being a successful unemployed entrepreneur armed with a gimbal, passion, and a microphone. That was expensive. Picture this. It's 8 p.m. and I'm on my way back from work. I made my 60 calls in the day. I spoke to the American clients, got told to fuck off at least 10 times. I spoke to the European clients, got told to fuck off at least 20 times. You know what that's like for your self-esteem, getting told to fuck off by random people? It's amazing, bro. Indestructible.
Not with a lot of enjoyment, but that's okay.
I get home and I reach out to a friend who puts me in contact with a lovely lady who would later supply me with a hero's dose of magic mushrooms. You see, the last time I took these things, I was a student. I was stupid. I still am, but I'm slightly less stupid. I took these things in a varsity setting and I took them recreationally. I didn't take them for their true purpose. I took them for fun. And let it not be said that they're not fun, guys. They're amazing. They're a great time. But when you take them with a hero's dose with intention, shit hits the fan.
Total control. Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing.
So I was on my carpet on a Saturday, literally tripping balls on my first proper hero's dose. Entire mind, everything just open. And I found myself thinking of life, how tragic it is, how little time we actually have on this planet. I started to think of my life not in terms of money or success or status. I started to think of it in terms of time, because time is actually our most valuable resource. If you had to get on a call with Warren Buffett right now and like trade your life with him, he would trade to have your life in a flash. You wouldn't want to be 94. It doesn't matter that the man can afford 10 helicopters and anything he wants with a click of a button. Or rather, he does not have the ability to buy back time. So if I told you right now, would you trade your life for Warren Buffett? You'd say, fuck no. I don't want to be 94 and almost dead. You'd want to live out your life even if you didn't have money. So in the magic mushroom space, I started to reflect on this concept of time being our most valuable resource. And I started to question myself, why was I working so hard to make someone else rich at the end of it? Why was I trading my time to make another human being make a ton of money off my hard work? I was doing it because I was told to do so. Because the reality I grew up in told me, you get your piece of paper, you go to varsity, you work your corporate life, and then when you're 65, you finally retire. And it's all worth it. Yay! Now you can almost afford nothing. Great job. I bought into this fucking lie. I don't know why I bought into it. I guess my mind couldn't think of an alternate reality. But needless to say, when you take a fuck ton of drugs, you start to think differently than the normal person.
Total control. Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing.
When you get that hero's dose, you start to realize that, hey, maybe my life should be based on what I like doing, my work hours, and what I'm passionate about. Maybe I can get the world to pay me for my unique skill set and not have a boss and a company that's ultimately indifferent to my existence. If you guys think your jobs are safe and that they give a fuck and that you actually have family, I got some bad news, bro. The moment those GPT bots end up in the workplace, your job is gone. You're going to be living off that government grant, the universal basic income. That's coming. The World Economic Forum famously said, you will own nothing and be happy. Great. And that's the life that, unfortunately, most of us are thrust into. The more educated you are, the less likely you are to take risks with your life because you have more to lose. You're like, I got the stable life. I got the stable career. It's great. It's comfortable. It's safe. It's secure. It's where I want to be. But what if you wanted more from life? What if you were like me and you asked yourself, okay, I consider myself not a dumb fuck. How do I get this reality to give me a ton of money? Okay? Because the true purpose in life is to find your purpose in life. And even if you remove money from that, you still need to do something with your time. You can't just chill out and do nothing. And drugs are expensive. If you're on this channel, you probably like drugs too. It's expensive. How do we afford drugs, guys? So, in my deepest of reflections, the transitioning between the quantum realms and this reality and tripping balls, I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I resigned on the next Monday. Like on Monday, 2 days later, I resigned from my senior corporate role, way beyond my age, way beyond my years, way beyond my experience. I resigned the fuck from it. And I decided, you know what? It's okay. I can figure this out. There are people who figured out their lives with far less than I've had, which I'm very grateful for. Far less. I can figure it out. And so started my true hero's journey. Okay, my real life only really started when I cut the safety net, when I cut the line that kept me in line, as to say, when I capped the backup. I said no. Okay, now what? Now I got to figure out how to use everything at my disposal. And let's be real, guys, we have a lot of our disposal in the age of the internet. You can teach yourself how to do anything. I'm a doctor sitting right here in front of you. I taught myself everything you guys see on this channel, from the shittiest animations that I originally made to Canva to now, right here on the beach, trying to be cinematic, bro. It was a journey to get here. But that constant skill, that constant development is what's driving me towards getting good at what I do. And for you guys out there, it can be scary. It is terrifying to go into the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how it's going to play out. Maybe it all fails. But here's the thing, guys. One day, you're going to be dead. And as those last few moments of your consciousness seep through the neurons that are left firing as those calcium-gated channels go poof, your life's going to flash before your eyes in a DMT-fueled high where you'll see the flashes of your greatest moments in your life. Are you going to lie there and be like, sure, I really wish I spent more time working at my high-paying, comfortable corporate job so that I could earn 2 weeks off of vacation every fucking year for the next 60 years of my life? No, you're going to lie there and be like, dude, I had so much potential. I had so much ability. I could do so much more. I could be more. I could be someone. I could be something. That's the feeling that you're going to pass away with. It's the recollection of who you are as a person and the life you desire living. The mushrooms, they're not going to make you the next Elon Musk, bro. I got some bad news. I know that for an experience. They aren't going to do that. But what they are going to do is they're going to break your mind and they're going to force you to reconstruct your reality. They're going to force you to dig internally and be like, what do I want? Who do I want to be? How much money do I want to make? Because the end goal of all this money, guys, it's not the money. It's not the fancy cars, don't get me wrong. I'm going to get them, I'm going to fucking flash them. But none of that matters. The end goal is the freedom it buys. It's the time that you get back. You get to buy back your time. It's the memories that you can make to share with the people that you love the most. The money is going to allow you to spend time with your family. All the fancy shit you can own, it's going to just, be gone someday. It's irrelevant. The time's going to buy you back memories. It's going to buy you the freedom to do whatever the fuck you want. And for me, that's what I'm actually trying to do, guys. I'm trying to buy back my time by being a YouTuber, which is a strange field to be in as someone who has a double degree in medicine and surgery and constantly get asked, why not be a doctor? You'd have a decent amount of money. You'd have status. You'd have power. You'd be someone. Yet, here I am on a YouTube channel with 132 subscribers, figuring out how I'm going to turn that into 6 digits by sharing with you guys the journey of self-discovery, the hero's fucking journey. And that's what the psychedelics are going to do. You're going to quit the life you called home and you're going to build the life you actually want to live. And it's going to be uncomfortable and you're going to be terrified. But if you follow the path, it will be unveiled to you. It sounds like some wushu fairy shit. I'm not one of those people who believes in astrology. My brain has at least 2 neurons. If I wasted one in astrology, I'd be homeless. So no, I don't think it's astrology. I think it's the universe. I think this is all part of something greater. And if you've taken any amount of drugs, you know there's more to this reality. You know that this is not the only reality. You know there's so much more than meets the eyes. And the drugs can open you up to that. Although this channel does not endorse the use of drugs, I'm gonna put that up over there just for, safe measures. Hashtag YouTube, I'm a good boy. I don't do anything illicit. But, sure, what was I supposed to talk about? I don't remember. Finished drug journey. Oh, I'm gonna have to put all this footage together into like a coherent story. I didn't even talk about how shit corporate is. Yeah, let me do a segment on what they in corporate is. Corporate, it's comfortable, it's easy, and it's soul draining. You don't notice the soul draining though, because your time is flying by, the days blur into a mass. Your life is marked by Friday meetings and work reports. The highlights of your human experience is your boss being like, good job bro, your number is higher than the other guy. You so smart, you so hardworking, look, big number. Your monkey brain goes, yeah boy, I'm a success. Look at me, I'm at the top of the numbers. Yes. Do you like being in control of your life? Because if you do, I got some bad news. If you're working for someone else, there's a high chance you're not going to be in control of your life. And I don't just mean control as someone's telling you what to do. I mean control as an actual freedom. The life of the 1% is incredible. I was fortunate and am grateful for being able to live in an environment in the past where I saw how the 1% live. Their lives are incomprehensible to you and me. It's genuinely shocking, their experience of reality. When your problems are, I don't have enough garages for my supercars, you know you're probably in control of your life. But to get control of your life, the Matrix would say you should get another piece of paper, add like an MD or a PhD, you should get 10 years of experience in some field or the other, and then you'll be a senior corporate executive, and boom, now you're rich, now you're successful, and now you get to control your life. But the psychedelics will open your mind to the idea that what if instead of spending those years, times, and precious fucks that you have few of, what if instead of spending them on fulfilling other people's desires and aspirations, you spend them on figuring out what you want for this life? And that's the greatest gifts the psychedelics can bring into your lives, is questioning. You got to question everything in your life. You got to question why you do the things you do, because the questions are going to guide you to solutions and to a purpose and to fulfillment. Now, I do plan to make a video on how to find your purpose. I've wrote through most of it, and that is a future topic. This is a raw form video. There's no script here, guys. This is straight up from me, as someone who's like you. I like drugs a lot, man, guys. I enjoy them, but they're fucking expensive. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can afford more and tell you guys more about them. It's important. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching.